guys, it's Jakwati and I'm back with another YouTube video. If today happens to be your first time watching my YouTube video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If today is not your first time and you still haven't subscribed, at this point, what do you want me to tell you? Huh? Please hit the subscribe button. Alright guys, so happy new year. I haven't seen you guys this year, so happy new year. I hope this year brings you everything your heart desires. This year is going to be our greatest one yet. Still happy new year, guys. Alright, so now as you can see from the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about my first racism experience in the United States of America, and I'll talk about things that gave me culture. And I'll talk about things that gave me culture shock in the United States of America. Let's get into the video. Alright, so let me talk about my first racism experience. Look at me, I'm smiling. I said it was hard and that was good. You know, you hear the stories. Hearing the stories is different from when it happens to you. And my incident wasn't like a really severe incident. It's bad, but like it's not like what other people go through. But even with that, I was still like taken aback. So I went to the lab. So sometimes I leave the lab very late, depending on what I'm doing, or depending on what I want to achieve. So I was leaving the lab around like 11:30 p.m. So campus is relatively quiet because people have gone home. So I was walking, because I had to walk to the bus stop. I was walking, so I reached a junction away from my lab, and like there were two pedestrian crossings. So when you're driving and hit a pedestrian crossing, whether someone is passing out, you have to stop. So let's say there's a pedestrian crossing here. There's another pedestrian crossing here. I was on this one, and then there was a car coming from here, and so I'm on this one. So whether he's there, whether I'm on it or not, the person has to stop. I was crossing the road. I reached the middle portion of the road. I heard a car horn press, like the guy pressed his car. So the car came with speed. The guy pressed his car horn at me. Ping! By the time I realized in the car, you fucking nigga. I was like, huh? Oh my god. So you see, when it happened, I don't know, like for some reason, even when he pressed his car horn at me, when he mentioned you effing nigga, I didn't shake. I just continued walking. As I climbed the staircase, and I realized that this guy called me a fucking nigga right now. I'm like, huh? But he drove off. When I was done, immediately the thing happened. I spoke to my lecturers from Ghana. I did a video in Ghana at my lectures. I'll put the video here so that you guys watch it if you haven't watched it. I texted them. I was like, hey, they just called me a racial slur. They are very surprised, and because it happened on campus, and so the assumption was that okay, maybe they are drunk. But even if you are drunk, if you are racist, you are racist. Because why should that be why should those words be the first words to come to you when you see me on the road minding my business? So I was very taken aback. But I just imagine, like, it's like, so people who have lived with this all their lives, because me, I'm coming from Ghana. No one cares whether you're black or you're white. Like, yeah, you're black. It's a normal thing to be black. No one has come to say there's nothing wrong with it. I'm like, those people have really been going through it. So yes, racism is real. I've experienced it, and it's not really a nice feeling. When the thing happened, I was like, in a state of shock. I was like, should I have confronted them? But I'm also paranoid that what if they have a gun? Then they'll come and shoot me right now, and then so yeah. But yeah, so that's what happened to me, guys. Alright, so guys, now let's talk about things that gave me culture shock in the United States of America. That's what I'm mentioning the full name in the US. Alright, the first thing was definitely tax. Like, if you go to a store and you see an amount or like a price of something, you wouldn't take into consideration tax. But when you get to the counter, tax will be added. And like if you've made you're going according to a strict budget, maybe you don't know about that, it takes you by surprise. Because back at home, Ghana, the taxes are included in the prices. It's not now that when I get to the counter, then I'll now be wondering how much the tax is. It's not like the tax is like some extravagant amount. But based on where you go to and what you buy, it can vary. So I don't know, I'm sure there's a way to calculate it that I haven't figured it out yet. Like, so now you're buying something, but there's tax on everything, every service, everything, even delivery service, everything. There's tax on everything. The second thing that took me by surprise, but I think this is more because of the state I'm in, was how friendly the people were. So the first time I landed here, I was walking and a white lady waved at me, and I'm like, I know I don't know you. I'm coming from Ghana. I don't know any white person in Ghana, so I know I don't know you. So why are you waving at me? So she waved at me. I was just like, you know, just being polite. Maybe she thinks she knows me from somewhere. Then I realized that it's a normal thing here. So usually when people see you, they say hi or they smile, you know. I'm like, oh wow, it's a very friendly culture. But because of the state I'm in, but it's not in every state, but because of the state I'm at, when people see you, they either smile. It's not every time though, but like the people of the states, they will smile. Some will even wave at you. They may not know you, but they will wave at you. So that's one of the things that took me by surprise. The third thing was English communication. So you think, oh, I watch a lot of American movies, I speak English, communicating with these people shouldn't be difficult. But surprisingly, sometimes it is. Because when you come here, you realize how much of an accent you have. Like when I'm in Ghana, I don't think I have an accent. But when I come here and I hear them talk and I talk after they speak, I'm realizing that, hey, is this how I sound? And I remember there was one time I had an undergrad I was working with in my lab, and I was saying, I need a mop. He was like, pardon? I said, I need a mop. He was like, huh? I was like, M-O-P. Oh, you mean a mop? Something as basic as like that. And sometimes they use certain sayings that I wouldn't understand because I'm not like, it's not in my culture. I remember I was talking to a representative of a company and he said something I didn't understand. I was just saying this guy should for like, move on. He said the second time, I just smiled like, oh, I didn't understand what he was saying. So yeah, sometimes that barrier is there, but like I feel like with time you adjust and then you now understand what they mean, and they will also like adjust your accent. And I understand why when people come here, they have to like, you have to adjust your accent a bit so that they can understand you, because sometimes I also talk fast. So it even makes it worse. And like, you know, they don't, it's their country, so you have to like adjust your accent to fit theirs. So yeah. So that also took me by like, you know, they not understanding me was also a surprise because it's English. The fourth thing was how much, you see, when I was in Ghana, yeah, you know about mental health issues, you know, depression and things, but it wasn't as drastic as when I came here. When I came here, I'm really considering going to therapy. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with therapy, but it wasn't a major concern for me when I was in Ghana. But when I came here, the way the system is, I don't know how to describe it, but when you get here, you understand, like, for some reason, mental health awareness becomes more, it's very easy for you to slip into depression. Very, very easy. Very, very easy. I feel like some of the things is because when I was coming, I knew I'll miss home, but you don't realize how much you miss home. So I feel like several factors. But it's very easy to slip into depression or have mental issues when you're here. So that's one of the things I also noticed. And then the final thing was the food. The fact that the food looks good doesn't mean it tastes good. All those TikTok videos I will see, and I'll go, this food, when I come here, I'll taste it, I'll eat it, I'll buy it. And I eat it and I'm very disappointed. So you have to explore, because usually the American food, like the American food itself, it's not superb. But like if you're looking at Chinese, Thai food, so Japanese, like other cultures' food that is really good. But I feel like as you stay here, you explore and you find what you like. So that brings me to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've watched to the end, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to watch to the end. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell another friend that Udi actually did another video. Thank you guys so much for sticking beside me. And I'll see you when I see you on another video. Peace.